quick, let's look at. I was actually waiting for this topic. I mean, what's up with Arsenal and Man City? Ever since Arteta joined Arsenal, there's been that kind of friction. Arteta also came out recently when he was when he was at a press conference ahead of the game, against Southampton, and he was talking about was it PSG? I think maybe it was ahead of the PSG game. I don't remember, but either one of the two, PSG or Southampton, when asked about how they played against Man City, he was at one point he said, "See, I was there. I know everything. I know how everything goes." And and Pep came back, retaliated. Also said, Pep said, "Well, if he said he was there, then he knows, but I don't think he knows everything. I don't think he mastered everything." So, I mean, it's sorry, that was a weird exchange from a distance from both managers. What's the whole trend with the two teams? Now the beef is growing. I know there's that London derby, Arsenal. There's that Spurs derby, that Spurs beef and friction. But the Arsenal versus City games are now becoming so frictional.
Yeah, because what happens is rivalries grow over time, and Arsenal is the team that has pushed Man City all the way for the past 2 seasons. So, I mean, this is the season that Arsenal actually pushes to win the trophy. You might just think that Man City knows this very well, because they're the team that has been asking questions for the past 2 seasons, and you really think that the players at Man City must actually feel that we have to beat Arsenal. And Arsenal has gotten themselves in this position that they can no longer be bullied. They are the bullies, It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I like the feistiness,
but it's nice. I like it.
Of the Man City Arsenal game fixture itself. Yeah. I mean, a bunch of players. I can tell you, Akanji, Bernardo Silva, and Erling Haaland, Rodri. No, I mean, but they were talking about the game itself. I mean, this is how much it means for these players.
They almost fought, on the pitch. It was crazy. And you could see that you could see Arteta and Pep. At some point, I understand Pep's frustration. It's so bad for you to get someone, teach them what they know, or rather, educate them, teach them, guide them.
No, I don't think it works like that. And I don't think it works like
wild.
Do you expect a guy? Do you expect
winning?
Isaac, do you expect a guy like Pep Guardiola to pick up a guy who adds no value to him?
Oh, okay, I get you. So, in other words, Arteta was adding value to him.
Guardiola is not that type of guy. I mean,
Okay,
Arteta
very good. Josh, you said it. And I'm saying, I think it feels a bit, it's frustrating, man, to have a student. You meet together with a student in an exam, and that student starts beating you. That student starts edging you. That student starts bullying you. It's a bit,
but
you also
be proud of that. You'll be proud of that student. I mean,
and by the way, in the same sentence, I want to add how Arteta has also brought in the dark arts. Of the whole game, those funny things he does.
Those are things that
case study.
He could have learned. Those are things.
Which player ran, Josh? Went around the pitch, running to the other side of the keeper, trying to give him info against the game. I think that was the Man City game. Yeah, Skelly. Yo, that was weird. That was very weird. That was tactical. I would say that was tactical.
Yeah.
Arteta gave him some stuff. He went on running to the other side.
He learned along the way. But the other things about football, the coaching.
Of course, we know Pep he's class above. He's class above. But his protege Arteta, he looks really good, and he has to as Bukayo Saka told you this season, they have to brace. I mean, they could win something. They could win a trophy. They could win the UCL. They could win the Premier League. Because he was asked if he feels like Arsenal is in that moment to win something, and they are turning it up for Man City. Yes, seated in the third above, behind Liverpool and Man City. of which they have the same points with Man City, I still think Arteta has had the best season so far. They've had a very great season, and maybe Josh, that also backs what you say. The fact that the club didn't put him in on a lot of pressure. He's making his sixth season in December as the Arsenal manager. The club has been so patient with him. We saw his performance in the first season. The first season we don't really rate it because he joined in December, but he finished eighth. Then we saw the second season performance, third season, and I mean, right now, with everything that has happened, he has built a very beautiful squad. He has a very solid captain who's currently injured. That is Martin Odegaard. He has Declan Rice. Everyone thought it was crazy for Arsenal to go pay £100 million for Declan Rice, but he looks out. I mean, he has turned out to be a very, very, very vital player for the team. And you can see if he's missing, they find problems. So right now, if with Martin Odegaard missing, if Rice was to pick up an injury, that would be very, very bad for Arsenal. But yeah, I like the rivalry. I think they're doing so good.
It's Thomas Partey.
Yeah,
and
Thomas
Jorginho.
Partey is also good, by the way. Jorginho has barely played this season.
Yeah, but the manager can show you that even if the game is as big as the game against Spurs, which is a derby, I mean, that was the game that Declan Rice was not playing. He was very comfortable playing Jorginho in that position because Jorginho gives him a control of games. It does not matter whether Arsenal is the one in possession or they do not have possession. Jorginho just gives him some bit of control. So he's another good player that you can have to slot in the side. And like I told you, there's something infectious in the air at Arsenal. Everyone has caught a bit of it, and even Jorginho has some situations that didn't really for him. He was that type of player. He gave Arsenal control.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. And I also think, as I've said earlier, they should go on. I'd love to see them turn up the heat, keep the pressure on Man City. Yeah, we shall wait for Man United and other teams to come along. Ancelotti is also putting up pressure, by the way. You can see he's leading the table. Who knew? Enzo Maresca is currently seated in the fourth position. He's also doing so good. And our man, Eric Ten Hag, who is making his third season already at Man United, is comfortably seated, sleeping, dozing in the 14th position, Josh. Very, very bad for Man United. Very sad for Man United. I know you're about to say something I mean, you guys should step up. You should step up if you don't want to be in the 14th position.
We're going to get Arteta.
Thank you so much.
Arteta
we're going to get
Arteta. There, I can allow. Yeah, I can allow. We can get Arteta. There's no problem there. Ziad, you heard me? Let's get Arteta. There's no problem there.
He's probably off. There's no way. But he would. Oh man, imagine if you got Arteta. I asked you which manager you would have. You would have at the club to replace Ten Hag. You went around. Is it Ruud van Nistelrooy again? This, you were going through corners. You were not straight, but maybe it's high time you did.
Yeah,
Josh.
The answer is a bit big. It takes some time to accept.
No, you should go around it, Josh. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac Sports Jazz. We are here talking about Arsenal, how they've played, how they've performed so far this season. Have they been brilliant? Absolutely, without a question, without a doubt, they've been brilliant. Are they competing for the EPL this season? Yes. They look like a team that is ready to compete. Are they competing for Champions League? Well, it's still early to tell. But I remember last season they were knocked out by Bayern Munich 2-2, then later 1-0 from the quarterfinal or at the quarterfinals of UCL. So let's wait and see how it goes this season too. Who knows? Nick says, nice talk, guys. Au revoir. I think he's trying to say bye in French. Yeah, Nick, you always say out funny languages. This time I have you.